Hi guys, how you doing? Michael Snowcat here with ZombieGirlGaming.com. What we're going to do today is we're going to be installing another type of script, and this is a lift and tow script. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if this is going to work or not because of the new Steam update. I guess if it doesn't, then you won't be seeing this video until I fix it. Anyway, we're going to go back off of epochmod.com, and one of the reasons that I make these videos is these scripts are, kind of a starting point. They're very easy to install, but if you're new to installing scripts and trying to get them to work and figuring them out, then this is what this video line is for you. This is by no means, a guide for the professionals or the really good scripters or whatever. So anyway, what we're doing is, if you go to epochmod.com, and I will leave the description for this link for where we're going from in the description area. And the only thing that we're going to do here is we're just going to follow the directions. You can follow them along with me. Again, like I always say, some people are visual people and some people like to read. And hopefully this is for both of you. The people that can't read and people that like to be visual. I don't know. All right. What this basically says is we're going to have to do a little bit of stuff to our battle eye filters. And quite frankly, I can't remember with our first server if we did anything with the Infostar, anything with the Infostar, like the anti-hacks. I don't think we added anything, but I don't know. We'll see once we start it up, see if we can do anything, and that will be in part 2. So, all right. The first thing this is telling us to do here is we're going to go to the Zippy-ish or whatever this is. You just click on this, and we're just going to download that file. Okay. Once that file is downloaded, I usually just minimize this. If I do that, I can't click on the damn file. All right. I click on the file. And what I'm going to do is just take this this RF artillery log and just put it on my desktop. I like to work off my desktop, like most of you know, because it's just easier to find everything. And then from here, we'll get rid of that. I don't even know what that is. And and then okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to our init squiff file. Now, since the past videos, we finally have got the FTP to work, which is going to make this a whole lot easier. Okay, so if you're not familiar with FTP clients, how to work them or how to find them on your server, then Google it, because that's just a whole thing within itself. And but anyway, we're going to open up. I'll go here and I open up my WinSCP. That is what I use for all of it. As you can see, I have a few sites here that I work on, and we're just going to log in. So essentially, when you log in, what you're going to get is this. Okay, and this is just a copy of my desktop. These are still all of my desktop things, and what we're going to do, this. What we're going to do is, according to the page here, we're going to put this line here at the bottom part of our init squiff file. And this is going to be in our mission PBO. Okay? So if you're using a WinSCP and you first start it up, this is what it's going to look like. Okay? You're not going to have too much of anything over here. We're going to double click that, and then well, damn, first thing I do need to do, like I say in every one of my videos that I forgot to do, shut down your server. Okay, so we're going to this is if you're with Villager, this is our Villager page, or ACP player, and we're just going to stop. Okay, I like to work it this way. I've had bugs doing it before, and while it's live, and I've had no problem. So I would just rather stop it and do it this way. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to find our mission PBO. Now, whenever you're in there, as opposed to looking at my other videos, you'll see that we've worked through the file system so long, it's pretty easy for you to find it. This, absolutely no different. We're going to go down here to Villier Code Custom, double-click that, and then we're going to go down to Missions, double-click that, because we're going to find our mission PBO. All right, and we personally right now are running an Epoch Chernarus. So whatever you're running, go ahead and click that. But we're running an Epoch Chernarus. That's when I'm setting the server up for some guys. So we click that, and that will be our that will be where we're going to use everything as far as this is our mission PBO. If you have to download your mission PBO, if you're with Dayz EST or something like that, then or Survival Servers or a couple other companies, you can download the entire PBO, okay, and then extract it with a PBO manager, and then you're still going to get an exact file that looks just like this. So if you're doing it that way, just unzip your PBO and get to where we are here. Alright, next thing we're going to do is go to our init squiff file, and that's going to bring up this big thing. Okay. Now, what it said in our towing here is that we're going to add the R3F RDN log to the directory of your mission PBO. Okay, and we're going to add this line to the very end of the init squiff. Okay, so let's just get this out of the way first. We'll just highlight that. We'll just copy it. Go back to our mission PBO all the way down at the bottom. And the only thing I'm going to do underneath a couple other things I've already added is just paste that in there. Okay, now personally I kind of like to separate that a little bit. Well, that wasn't exactly separate. What am I? Okay. Well, yeah, I could do that too. I like to separate all this stuff a little bit. It's a little bit easier to work with and kind of nice. So this is what we pasted in here: tow and lift. And this is what this is going to do, is going to call for this file that we're going to put into our mission thing. So what we're going to do is come up here and make sure that you save this, or it's not going to be there. And that's up at the upper left. Okay, once it's saved, we can get out of that. You can also find, if you're using WinSCP, right down here it'll say that a certain amount of bits were transferred and everything was completed. That means that it did save the file. Okay, now according to this, we have to put this entire file that we downloaded from this link into our base mission PBO, or our base mission file. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to, it should just be right here, RF3 RNA log. See there, that was on our desktop. That's where we stored it. This is where it is. Now all I'm going to do is just drag it over to here and let it go. Okay, and in a second it'll copy all that stuff over. And surprisingly enough, it's a relatively large file for a script. Not so much, but it looks like we're having some connection issues anyway, so this usually goes much faster. So once this downloads, then we're going to start dealing with the battle eye problem. And if you've ever been kicked off a server for anything, it's usually Battle Eye doing it, and I wish they would come up with something better. I hate Battle Eye, but it's a necessity and we gotta have it. So we're almost done here. And then what we're gonna do is, okay, we've edited our init squiff file. We do have that folder that it said for us to have in here, and then we'll go to our next step. Okay, and our next step is we have to go into the Dayz Epoch Chernarus Battle Eye. Okay, now I don't know where your Battle Eye is. As many servers as I've set up and this, that, and the other, for some reason server owners like to put them all over the place. I have no idea where yours is. I can tell you where it is on the layer if you happen to be watching. Usually it's not that hard to find, but they do put them in creative places. So I'm going to go back here, and we're just going to go up to this top file here. It says an arrow, and this just gets us out of it. And we're here. Now, the point in this is to find out, oh, let me go back for you. Okay. So what happens is we backed out into our main directory for the server, okay? And then this guy happens to be named Kevin. So we're going to go up to Kevin's master configuration, and if you've signed up, you'll probably have the same thing, a master configuration. Double click that, and then double click BattleEye. Okay, and that's going to give us all of the funny things throughout your script learning life that you're going to have to change, exempt, and do something with. However, according to our script here, what we're trying to do is we want to get to the attach to .txt in our Chernarus BattleEye. Okay, so we're going to find the attach to right here, txt, and double click that. Okay, now since everything has changed to 1.0.5.1 and Steam's got involved and everything else, it's a little tough to figure out where exactly everything should be. I don't know if I should get rid of this. I don't know if this makes a difference, but I will tell you this. I made a backup of both of these files. Alright, so let me show you how to do that before you edit it. Okay, over here I made a file on my desktop called backup. Okay, and then you could stick it anywhere, but I put it to call backup. If you double click backup, you can see that what I did was I just dragged this over to here, and then our secondary script, or the text that we're going to have to edit, is going to be the setpos.txt, and then I just drag that over there. Okay, so I have a backup in case this doesn't work. I can go back to here, pop back in here in case something goes haywire. Always back up. Okay, so we'll go to the attach to txt, and we have all of this. Now, according to this script, it says that we should make it look like this. Now, the thing about it is I don't know if this guy's server is using all of this stuff. So if I look a little closer, and if you see a video on this, you know this worked. If I look a little closer, I can see, this is where we are here in this. If I look a little closer, I can see that, sorry, I'm trying to find it for you. Okay. I can see that I probably want to include what's already there. And at the same time, I want to have all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all of this except for the new. Copy. And I'm going to go back in to here. And into Functions Manager. And then I am just going to take all of this and just paste. Okay. Now, here's the thing. If I go to, well, I'm going to leave it like this and see if it works, number one. If I get a kick for anything else, then I'll know that I have a backup. So, we'll come up here to the top, to the upper left up here, underneath that number that's blinking, and we're going to click Save. Okay, and then I can X out of that. Now, the secondary thing that it says for us to do is we're going to go down here. Then in your setpos.txt, in the first line, add all the vehicles you're towing and lifting. Okay. Now, since this is an Epoch server, these will all be fine. If you have an Overclock server, you're going to have to add your other cars, like your police cars, your 350Zs, all that kind of stuff, and that's easy to find. But we're just going to work with this right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, copy all of this. And then go back here to my setpos.txt. I'm going to open up that. And I'm just going to paste in what they wanted, which as you can see, is a whole lot of stuff. Just goes on and on and on and on and on. So, and hopefully we did well. Let's see. Yeah, everything goes fine. So we're going to hit the save up there. We're going to get out of this, and then we're going to go back to this. Okay. And at this point, all we have to do is just start the server. Now, what I'm going to do in a second part, assuming that this works, is I want to disable towing for locked vehicles. And the reason that you do this, and we'll go through that whole thing. The reason that you do this is because so people can't lift your locked vehicles out of your garages, all kind of stuff, you know. So they're not going to be able to do that. So that's something you want to do. That is quite a problem, as a matter of fact. So we're going to do that as well, but not right now. This is running going along. So at that point, I can go ahead and close this out because we're done. And I'm going to go back to our Vellair server, and I'm going to hit start. All right, and then we're going to go in and see if we can tow some stuff, and you'll see that in part 2. All right, thanks for joining us. Remember, check out zombiegirlgaming.com. If you go into any of the whatever launcher you're using, just type in Zombie Girl. Come visit our stuff. Come check out these guys here. As a matter of fact, you can see their IP address up there. And they're really good guys. They're based out of London, and we would love to have you as well. And please leave some comments down there, like and subscribe, because I'm going to just do endless amounts of videos on all this stuff. So thanks so much, and you guys have a great